Alright, what's up guys? It's Charles from Project Day Trader here. So today I'm going to show you guys our TradingView setup. So if you guys don't know what TradingView is an app that allows you to use the graphs and the charts, has multiple indicators, like 20 plus I believe. You can use your trend lines, things like that. Other apps that offer features such as TradingView would be like Thinkorswim. It has similar indicators, but it's just not as much and just doesn't look as smooth as I think TradingView does. That's why we use TradingView. TradingView is a monthly payment or a yearly, depends what you get. They always have sales on like Independence Day, Black Friday. I'm pretty sure I bought this on Black Friday. It'll be a lot cheaper for you. Another benefit of TradingView is it allows you to use multiple graphs, look at multiple graphs at once. Like right here, you see I have 8 graphs at once I could be staring at when the market's open. It goes from 4, 8, or 4, 6, or 8 as a package. I bought the 8 package. You don't necessarily need 8 screens, but that's what we do. All right, anyways, the first indicator that I'm going to tell you guys about is volume right here. So to get to all your indicators, you can go to the FX, search it down, and you see volumes is my favorite one right there. So I would select volume, and volume is this right here. So volume tells you how many people are entering or exiting this stock. Not entering, just entering the stock overall. So if you see a lot of volume, these bars go up. A lot of people are buying into it. More likely than not, the stock's gonna continue to push up, which what you see actually here in the morning from Moderna. You see it had a lot of volume, and it continued to rise with more volume. And then when you actually click on it, let me go to settings. You're gonna change it, your MA length. Add this. Your MA length I put as 55. It could be 60. Some people use 40. But it pretty much is the average length, the average volume the stock has had in the last 55 days. And I changed my color line to orange. So pretty much I know that whenever the bar is above this orange line, it's abnormal volume. It's higher than usual. So you see right here throughout the day, not only was it a lot higher than all the other bars, but it was higher than normal. So that tells you a lot of volume's going in and the stock's about to go. The next indicator you're going to use is the moving averages. Moving averages are, they're not essential, but people like to use them. They're known by a lot of people. Moving averages can be used as support and resistance, which is why I like them. So you need to go to FX and type in moving average exponential. So there's 2 different types of moving averages. There's a simple moving average. That's a slower moving moving average. And then there's an exponential moving average. Exponential moving averages you're going to be using for your 5 minutes, your 1 minute, your 15-minute charts. Whereas the simple moving averages, you're going to use those more for like your daily charts, your 4-hour charts, because they move slower. So you would go here, go to moving average, and type in that moving average exponential. I already have mine's right here. Let me delete that one. It starts off as 9, but I like to use the 8 length. So you go here, you change your length to whatever you want. I like to use the 8. For styles, I like to use green. And then I also make it thicker. At the bottom right here, you'll see you can make it, change it. I like to make it thicker so you can see it better. So I use the 8, the 21, I made my 21 yellow, and the 55, and 55 purple. So 8 and 21 are going to be your strongest support and resistance because people tend to have algos ready right there. Algos are like big institutions. They use algos. They have bots ready to automatically buy at those levels. So a quick example would be, it didn't really bounce. Oh yeah, today you can see right here it hits the 8, and you see it starts to bounce, hits the 8, bounces. Like it wouldn't break. So you can see the 8 is strong support. And if it breaks below the 8, more likely than not, there's a chance if it really bounces to 21. Because again, that's even a stronger support than 8. It didn't happen on this stock, but let's see if it happened anytime soon. Right here is access support or resistance. So you see right here, it hits the 21, it rejects, 21 rejects and goes down. That's the example. If I use them, and at 55 again, you see it bounce off to 55 because I also access support and resistance. But yeah, I like to use those to trade a lot. And then one thing to note is that with the moving averages, it's called the moving average crossover. Let's say the green, the 8 crossover 21. More likely than not, the stock's going to start going on a downtrend. You see right here, it crosses downwards. It continues to go down, crosses back up. The stock's now showing that it's going in an uptrend. Right here, about to be downtrend, reclaims uptrend. Besides for that, let's go on. Next is the VWAP. VWAP's like very important as well. VWAP stands for volume weighted average price. It's just, all it does is tell you the average price that a stock has moved throughout the day based on both volume and price. Knowing the definition really doesn't matter. Just know that the VWAP acts as another strong support and resistance level. So a lot of times when stocks bounce off, they're about to bounce. When we call like ABCDs, I'm looking at the VWAP. Like right here, you can see it didn't bounce on here perfectly, but typically like right another good example with this. Right here, you can say the VWAP right here. So it crossed, it was a 21 and the VWAP. So that's strong, very strong support. And you see it bounces off of that. Again, test the VWAP, it bounces off. So yeah, acts support and resistance. So you can go to VWAP, go to edit. I made mine's white. I use these little crosses just because it's like more visible. I don't really touch anything here. To find the VWAP, again, you would just type in VWAP and it'll be right over there for you. All right, moving on. So yeah, a lot of our indicators are really just support and resistance. That's all they're mainly needed for. That's all you need to know about them. So another one I like to use right here is gonna be your pivot points. Another thing is support and resistance. I love these a lot. I use them mainly for the 5 minutes. Might use them for the daily, but typically it's just a 5 minute that I'm using this for. So F of X, you're gonna click on pivot point standard. Just type it up again, pivot point standard. And what's gonna happen is it's gonna automatically be, I believe, like orange. It's gonna show you the previous days ones, so we don't even need that. So we're gonna click off of that because at first it's gonna be like this. It's gonna show you the previous days, and that just looks weird. So you're gonna go here, you're gonna click on settings, take off historical ones, just need the ones for the day. Styles, change all these to whatever color you want. I made all of mine blue. I didn't mess with the font or anything. So yeah, what are pivot points? So pivot points, all they do is use the previous day's highs and low, and they just continuously make a pattern like from there pretty much for you. So one example is, let me see. Right here, you can see this is a previous day's resistance, and that's exactly where it made it at. Again, previous day, one of the lows, made it right there. So pivot points, they act as strong support and resistance. So you see crosses like that, it's like more likely than not the stock's gonna again bounce. So right here, you see it actually kind of broke through, but actually it broke through a lot. Here we go, this one looks a lot better. So right here, you see the resistance. It tried to break through the pivot, couldn't. And when it eventually did, that's telling me, okay, the stock's gonna go. And every time a stock breaks through support resistance, if it has enough volume, more likely than not, you can bet that it's going to go up to the next pivot point. Like right here, you can see it going back down. But then once it broke with some volume, increased volume, it was able to touch the next pivot and got rejected right there. So again, pivot points, support and resistance. Next one, Bollinger Bands. People might know this, might not. Most of the indicators I'm telling you, I'm not going too in-depth on them, but if you want, just YouTube it. So I'll give you the same definitions. Man, Bollinger Bands, I don't really use these too much. All Bollinger Bands are really used for is like, when the candles go like towards the end of the Bollinger Band, more likely than not, it's going to bounce back up to the top of it. Or no, it's always going to try to go back to the middle of it. It goes to the top, tries to go back to the middle. Only strategy that I know with the Bollinger Bands that I don't really use too much is called the Bollinger Band squeeze. So you can see like right here, it's wide. And then out of nowhere, the Bollinger Band starts to get smaller and smaller. The stock starts to squeeze. And if it could break below this squeeze, it's going to tell you some goes. Like right here, I would say like right here would be your entry because you see that just broke out of the squeeze. And you could call it like a quick $2 move. But yeah, Bollinger Band squeeze, the only strategy that I really know it does. Don't use them too much. And then these right here, the moving averages, again, these are for my day trades. Not my day trades, sorry, for my swings. So I use these for the dailies, and I would probably hide my moving averages for the 5 minute. And 200 moving average, that could stay forever. This one, like, is slow. It's pretty much a slow moving average. Again, I can use this on day trades because the stock never really goes there. If it does, more likely than not, it's going to bounce. So I always keep that out there because it's not even in the way. And let's go out of full screen. Besides for that, I just have 3 more indicators that I like to use. Actually, one of them's not on here for some reason. But anyways, the ones I like to use are going to be RSI. So RSI, the stock's overbought, oversold. That's all the RSI is. If a stock goes above this line, well, really, you could change it to like 80, 90, whatever. But I was told, or I was learned, is 70. Above 70 is oversold. Below 30. Oh, sorry. Oversold. No, sorry. Below 30 is oversold. Above 70 is overbought. So you see this line goes above this. That means the stock is overbought. So more likely than not, it's going to go back down. You see it didn't happen. It wasn't the case for Moderna. Again, use multiple areas of confluence to get in. Like right here, you can see there's increasing volume. It was above the pivot point. It was above the 8. This is stronger than just this RSI telling me it's overbought. It's going to go down. So always use multiple things to get into trades. But anyways, you see right here is oversold. Actually, this is a good example right here. It was oversold. So what happened? Look at it exactly marked. The stock starts to go back up. It was oversold. Starts to go back up. And stochastics, again, they're kind of like my moving averages with the same thing. So stochastics, if you see a bullish cross or a bearish cross, so this blue line right here, you could change it, I believe. There's settings. I made my K percentage blue, my D percentage orange. So when a blue cross is above, that's telling me the stock more likely not it's going to go up. The blue cross is down, more likely not the stock's going to go down. Right here, you can see it. Right here, the cross starts to happen, and boom, the stock goes up. And one key thing to know is that stochastics, they actually cross before the moving averages. So, you know, I was talking about the 8 and 21 cross. The stochastics usually cross before the 8 and 21. Telling you that it's a good indicator that the stock's going to go up. Besides for that, the only other one that's missing, I don't know why it's on the chart. I'll go to a different chart real fast. I'll stop recording. There we go. All right, the last thing I use, I only use this for daily. I don't use this for day trade, like the RSI and the MACD. I don't really use for day trading or scalping. I only use them for the daily. But yeah, let's go over here. The MACD. I can't give you a real definition of it because I don't use the MACD too much. But I'm just showing you my color scheme right there. That's my color scheme. That's what my style is. I'm not sure if I changed it or not. I can't remember. But all I use the MACD is for this one strategy called bullish divergence or bearish divergence. You guys see me posted a lot in swings when I say it's showing a bullish divergent, which means the stock's making a lower low, but the bullish divergence is making a higher low. I'll show you guys an example real fast. Load my one chart. The last stock I remember doing that was PLNT. So we go there. Planet Fitness. Hope you guys caught this with me. But yeah, besides for the falling wedge, you can see Planet Fitness was making. Oh yeah, by the way, let me show you guys this. So this is the pencil. This is the trend lines and stuff. I always draw trend lines with it. Do whatever with it. But anyways, it was making a lower low, right? But you can see right here on the bullish divergence, it was making a higher low. And RSI works too, is making a higher low. So these two making higher lows, and this is making a lower low over here. That's telling me the stock's likely going to pop, and that's when we caught our 50% plus play on Planet Fitness. Let me delete all this extra stuff. I don't even need any of this anymore. I'll delete it all. All right, besides for that, load, back to my 8 charts. Oh, yeah, another cool thing about, what is this called, TradingView, is that you can save different charts and have different layouts. Like you see, me and Josh use the same account. He has his right there, mine's right there. But yeah, besides for that, I think I showed you guys pretty much everything. That's our whole setup. That's what I look at. And that's about it. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to comment on the post or just DM us. Thank you.